These niggas tripping at work.
Ain't nobody gonna help me now, baby. Ain't nobody gonna help me now, baby. Oh, what you wanna ball? Nigga, let's do it, pussy. Nah, we doing it here. You a weak ass nigga. Don't play with me, nigga.
Go outside.
Don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me, baby. I ain't the one. I ain't the one, baby. You got talking shit all night. You can't run shit up.
These going crazy. These going crazy in the hole. Oh, blood.
Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. Interesting video that you guys just finished watching. Man, when I saw that video, I was actually getting an oil change. I was getting my first oil change done on my car, and I could do nothing but laugh when I saw that video. Kind of sad. It's humor in the sadness because it was true. You know, you have situations like that, especially when you're younger, in your youth. And that was the most ironic part of this video, because this guy was older. He was working in the warehouse and he was still playing the dozens. And to a certain degree, that's life. Things like that happen. And you have to find a way to navigate certain circumstances that you're dealt with. Especially in that situation, you must deal wisely. And that was his way of figuring it out. He said, you know what, I'm gonna explode. I'm going to, and you can't handle situations like that. You cannot explode and go off on the deep end, act irrational, and expect an intended outcome. Now people are going to know your buttons and when to press them. They're going to dial up anytime they want to. They'll just dial you up and they're okay, I have time. Let's play this game today. And then another thing is, let's say he actually got his way, because the video ended and the guy who was recording the video, he was geeked. He was excited. He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it because you know, that I don't want to say it, but that like almost makes, I don't want to say it in a like the positive way, but like that literally probably like made his day, or made a lot of people's day, because some people are waiting to see you lose control. Some people are waiting to see you dive off on the deep end. And like, I don't think this guy was being physical to him. He was just talking about it. He was just playing with him. He didn't feel like he needed to be played with, so he wanted to go ahead and escalate things. I get it 100%. I get it. You sometimes you deal that way with people, especially when you're younger. Okay, maybe some locker room talk that's going around. Yeah, definitely. But not in that type of environment, work environment. And this guy literally caused a whole scene. And it's sad because that was on display. Obviously, it got uploaded to social media, and people kind of seen you put on a show, right? But it's similar to different circumstances that you can probably relate to that took place in your life, and that would be something that you would have no other way but to have it that way. And you did different than this guy, which in hindsight you're like, okay, yeah, that you handled it the right way, but you probably would want it to have it that way. You wouldn't want it to have it any other way but to pop style, and you can't do that. You can't do that. Just think about it. Let's just be rational. You can't do that, man. You can't. Every time you feel disrespected, you're going to run out of energy. If every time you feel disrespected, you have I think Dave Chappelle had a skit where he says, you know, when keeping it real goes wrong, like, you can't keep it real. You can't do that. You can't. But the dude who was recording it, he was so amazed because he has never seen or witnessed anything. That's, you know, it's a different level. Okay. And then that's one thing if, like, obviously the guy's talking about going outside, they're like basically having some type of dialogue, and it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all at that point, right? But he felt like he needed to express him in a different way. That was him expressing himself. And when you push people to, you know, you can't trap a cat in a corner. It's gonna come out clawing, right? I think that's what we witnessed, even if it was verbal and pretty close to getting physical. That's what we saw. And you can't push people to the edge like that. You can't. And I think definitely that guy was wrong. Was he justified in his actions? Probably was not. He probably was not justified. But how can you predict someone's reaction to how can you predict someone's behavior when they're experiencing a certain level of discomfort, right? Unwanted discomfort. This guy, I'm pretty sure he made it clear that he did not want to play with him. Some people like that. Some people, it's just one of those things. It happens, and I can't explain why it happens in that way, but it does. And sometimes, you know, when you everybody has situations like that where you have the measuring cup out, and you're like, okay, this level of force or this reaction it's not equivalent, or it's not sufficient for this situation, this individual, and what had took place. But when you look at this certain situation, this guy is taller than him, definitely outweighs him, and I'm trying to figure out what's his deal, right? What's his deal with him? How did he get so ticked off to where he's like literally riding you and joking with you 24/7, but you don't really like him? But he's oblivious to that. That just doesn't comprehend that. And kind of crazy to me. Situations like that. That's why how can you expect somebody to have any type of respect? I don't want to say respect, but for any type of consideration where they can consider your side when you treat people like, you know, you're saying like, oh, it's a grown man, right? Like I explained firsthand, but still. Was it a justified reaction? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, who knows? But that's what I got for you guys. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and peace. I'm out.